Hello guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome to a video about the Leopard 2A4. Now, I've been experimenting with tanks quite lately. I've been bored of flying planes and, well, I thought of getting my 2A5 and 2A6 since those are one of the, well, two of the tanks that I would like to have in my arsenal. The 2A5 just simply because of the turret protection, and the 2A6 is because of the shell, of course. But nonetheless, I'm not really good at tanks, and the Leopard 2A4 is not going to be the only tank that I'm going to play today in my lineup. Anyway, my playstyle in top tier, because, well, I'm still learning top tier, and I don't have a lot of experience in top tier, but I play as a passive aggressive. At lower BRs, especially around the World War II era of tanks, like mid-World War II era of tanks, I would like to play a tiny bit aggressive, but when it comes to top tier, well, this happens. I try to get cheeky shots on the enemy so I can, well, succeed in killing them and getting the RP. Anyway, I shoot the engine first, and then I shoot through the tank, and well, so it turns out that it works. APFS goes through everything. I get that kill on that STRV 122B, and I'm just waiting for my teammates to clear out C, or if somebody shoots them or anything like that, I'm going to help them with that. And well, I'm going to cap C with them, providing myself a good chunk of RP, and well, at the same time, spawn points. After the C point, I'm just going to stay in C point. Stay around it, stay near it, do everything around the C point. The C point for me is going to be my fort, my base, and I'm just going to protect it no matter what. And this is one of the tactics that I use. People are going to go there because of the ticket bleed, and they would want to cap, but they'll find me, well, on the flank a little bit, trying to kill them, at least, maybe. But yeah, I spot myself one of those STRFs, shoots APFSTS on the fly thing. It gets my engine. As you saw, I don't have, as you've seen, I don't have really good reactions in tanks. So yeah, that's one of my hindrance. And now it's time for WarThunder. Repairing my tank, and yeah, not doing a whole lot of thing, just staying there. So I'm going to skip ahead a little bit. So my tank is all repaired, all set up. As soon as I walk back, well, an STRV shoots at me. I bounce the first shell, second shell I bounce too, and I'm trying to retreat. He has the better position than me. He gets me with a quick kill, and yeah, my luck gave me 2 rounds that I bounced, and that's about it. So what to do next? I take the Gepard, and the Gepard might be an odd, well, choice, but to me it makes a lot of sense because I'm facing the Swedish, and the Swedish have a lot of well, let's say lightly armored things, and at the same time I can try to practice my well, anti-air skills with the Gepard. Seriously, this thing is amazing. I tried it at its own BR 8.7 to 8 between 8.3 8.7 bracket, and it does work. But well, a top tier like this, it's not going to do much of work. So yeah. Anyway, I'm not going to do a lot of things with the Gepard at the start. I'm just going to try to see if there are helicopters, planes, things like that. Try to take them out, and I'll skip forward to the action. So, one of my friendlies got shot down, and I'm trying to find the guy that shot him because he's an STRF, something like that. A lightly armored tank, and the Gepard is amazing at killing that. I see him down the end of the street. I didn't spot him at first glance, but the Gepard does the work. And well, would you look at that, SCV 90 something. My tank knowledge, my game knowledge in tanks is atrocious. I'm not a tanker. I don't do good in tanks. I just play them for fun sometimes, and that's about it. I play them when I'm bored. So yeah, you have to excuse my poor knowledge in tanks. Getting back to my little fortress, the Sea Point. The Sea Point is going to be an amazing well, place on this map, because you cannot be sniped really easily from there, a sniping spot, and unlike B and the A point, and it's going to provide me with a couple of neat, cheeky kills, especially with a Gepard. And with a Gepard, you don't have a lot of armor. They can just shoot at the turret, and you're going to be deleted instantly. I spot a K-50. I'm trying to lock it with the radar. I'm not going to shoot at it. I'm going to shoot at it late once it's dead. And yeah. And in here, I'm just going to wait a little bit around the cap, try to snipe a couple of planes from afar. And I'm not going to get any luck getting any planes, sadly, but yeah, I'm going to fast forward again so we can see a little bit of the action. So, I locked on a plane, and it's really far. It's lightning, I think. And at this time, my friendly automatic that was near me in the Sea Point just got killed by an STRF. So I know that that's an anti-air of some sorts. It's a Swedish anti-air that can shoot APFSDS, and the Gepard can shoot APFSDS too, don't get me wrong, but at the same time I don't like using well, anything other than stock shells on anti-airs, because to me stock shells are the best. You can shoot down planes and tanks with that armor piercing, well, just like that. As long as they're lightly armored, you won't have any issue. And at the Sea Point, I'm just going to look for targets like that, pick them up real quick, and play mind games with this STRF something anti-air, Swedish long name. It's serious, man. I don't need to engage him. I don't need to do it. I don't want to do anything to him. I cannot risk myself being killed. And me being on the cap point, just he's scared. For a little second, he's going to rush me in a little bit. I call him out for my team just to get a little bit of support, and at the same time I'm trying to keep the Sea Point to our advantage for as long as possible. I spot a rookie passing in front of me. I kill him really easily, and the STRF is moving for me. I shoot the STRF, my shots go somewhere, he gets the kill on me. I don't understand where my shots went. I shot him. I know that I shot him, but I got gaijined. So next spawn is going to be the Leopard A1A1L44. One of my favorite tanks. I got gifted this tank 2 years ago by my friend around like New Year's, I think. And I loved the tank ever since. It used to be at 8.7, it got thermal at 8.7, you'd get down tier to 7.7, and you would wreak havoc on the enemy team, especially when you're facing the Russians. Most of the time they don't have that thermal, and you can just camp, and you're going to get kills. Now it's at 9.0, and it does decent, to be honest. It gets down tier to 8.0s. It gets up tier to 10.0s. The thermal gives you the advantage, and you have a decent enough shell to kill things. I hear a tank approaching from the front. It turns out to be a ZTZ Chinese tank. He sees me last second, turns towards me, and that's what I wanted him to do, because I can shoot through the driver's port and get his everything all at once, just like any other Russian tank. Because Russian tanks and Chinese tanks are basically similar in design. They basically have the same war doctrine, but now I'm just going to look for that guy that killed me, the anti-air. I can see his well, teddy bear on the tank, well, moving, and I shoot him and try to spot him with my MGs for the team. By the way, MGs on the leopards don't do anything except for the leopard 2K, which is the thing that I'm going to spawn a little bit later, and I'm going to talk about that. Anyway, moving back to this STRF thingy. I shoot him multiple times. I don't know where the ammo of this thing is, so a quick shot to the back destroys everything with ammo all and crew and everything. My teammate is shooting this dead tank. I don't even know what it is. And why is he shooting at it? Because now he cost me some valuable time, which I could have invested in taking the C point back to our advantage. And at this point, we don't have anything. Literally, we don't have anything. I thought that this Leopard 2A4 was an enemy, so I put a shell into him. And idiot me, well, get slowed down by that barrel thingy over there that caught on fire. Fuel tank, that's the word. And as you can see, I got shot. So lucky me. When I get shot, I try to hide behind something and put something else between me, usually a teammate, because they're going to come for me. And as you can see, they put a shot where they last saw me. Luckily, it went for the carcass of my dead gepard. And now he thinks that I'm on the other side of the C point trying to capture it or repair or something else. And I can hear him behind me. I was going to use the smoke cover to go on behind him, like to his ass, but he's just sitting there. Anyway, I see another tank shooting. It turns out to be a a Challenger 3, I think. I'm not sure. But yeah, I put a shell into the flattest side of his turret, hoping that I'll pen. I penned. I really don't understand how I penned the turret of a Challenger, but yeah. Now I'm just waiting in front of him. I don't know how to kill this thing. I just shoot the driver sport and it works. Driver sport works with everything. And behind me I can see something that is shooting, but I don't know what it is. So I'm trying to approach the B point a little bit, and I can see something moving in the distance. Don't know what it is, and it turns out to be the guy that killed us earlier in the STRV. I shot a position where I know that I'm going to penetrate, but at the same time I did not penetrate. I don't know, man. That tank for me, it's not like a Leopard 2A5. Right now I have a Leopard 2A5. It's not like the Leopard 2A5 at all. I can guarantee you that. It's for me it's truly, I don't have the tank, so I cannot judge. But anyway, my third spawn is going to be the Leopard 2K, just because I have that 20mm on the top, and there are a couple of helicopters moving about, and a prop, as you can see. This thing saved my life a lot, because that 20mm on the top can take out helicopters, especially rushing helicopters that rush you at the start of the game. It can take out planes, and most importantly, it can take out the cannon barrel of tanks, which is something amazing if you mess up your shot. So yeah, I like to use this thing as my last chance backup, in a way. So the friendly 2K killed the STRV 122A. I cannot speak anymore. My throat is killing me because I've spoken for too much. Commentating it's quite hard for me, especially long ones like this, and in a subject that I don't understand, which is tanks. But hey guys, I'm trying my best here. I just want to showcase something different, something other than planes. Yeah, this game turned out to be one of those good games. Anyway, time to use my 20mm for my advantage. I clip the wing of that A21 at last second, and he's gone. An idiot friendly of mine just pushes me, and instead of going to the B point, he goes to the C point, knowing that I'm going to the C point and I can secure it. I don't know why, but the match is lost. It's really frustrating when this happens, because it happens a lot with the German players, and they're allergic to the cap point, and I don't understand why, but nevertheless, it was a good game, double ace. And that's going to be it. Anyway, guys, I hope that you enjoyed the video. I know that I'm not the best at doing this stuff, especially with tanks. So yeah, I hope that you enjoyed that. Now, drive safe, have fun, and I'll see you guys on the next one.